All right, let's get right into it. We're about to talk about one of the most fundamental and honestly one of the most powerful tools you will ever use in Python. It's the one thing that separates programmers who just guess from programmers who actually know what's going on.
So, picture this. You're just starting out, you're learning Python. You write a couple lines of code that make perfect sense. You've got a variable, age, you set it to 25. Then you figure out what next year is by adding 1. It looks clean, it's logical, it's gotta be right. So you're feeling pretty good about it, and you hit that run button. What do you expect to pop up on the screen? Maybe the number 26? A little message that says all done? So what actually happens? Nothing. Zip. Zilch. You just get a blank screen with a little blinking cursor mocking you. This right here, this is what I call the silent program problem. And you know what? It's probably one of the most confusing things for anyone new to coding. The computer did exactly what you told it to. It did the math, but it did it all silently, invisibly, inside its own head. It never bothered to tell you a thing.
And this is where print comes in to save the day. But I really want you to stop thinking about it as just a way to show a final answer. That's not its real power. The print function is your universal visibility tool. Its real job is to crack open that black box and make all that hidden logic, all those secret calculations, totally visible to you. Look at what we've done here. It's like we've installed little windows into our program. Every single print statement is a tiny window that lets us peek inside and see exactly what the computer's thinking at that specific moment in time.
And boom, just look at the result now. The computer isn't just silently doing its job anymore, it's showing its work. It's actually having a conversation with us. And this right here is the game changer. This is what turns programming from frustrating guesswork into actual productive problem solving.
So you want to start thinking like a pro from day one? Of course you do. Here's a super simple technique you can adopt right now that's going to make your code so much clearer.
So think of it this way. Your code's going to have two different kinds of prints. First, you've got checking prints. These are for you, the developer. Sticking a label like debug on them is like leaving a note to yourself that says, hey, I'm just checking a value right here. Then you've got your output prints. These are for the actual person using your program. This tiny little habit of labeling things makes your code make sense, not just to you, but to future you, 6 months from now.
Okay, so now that we know why we're printing, let's talk a little bit about how we do it. And this is actually pretty cool because it's not just about different ways to type something out. It's kind of a mini story of how Python itself got smarter and easier to use over the years.
Well, you could just start mashing things together with a plus sign, but whoops, you're going to hit a type error the second you try to add a word to a number. Then you have the comma method, which is way better for beginners. It's smart enough to handle different data types for you. But the modern pro-level standard, it's the f-string. It is clean, it's super readable, and it lets you pop your variables right inside the text. Seriously, if you're writing new code, f-strings are the way to go.
All right, theory time is over. Let's put this all together. We're going to grab our new tool, our debugging flashlight, and go find a real bug hiding in some code.
Over on the left, we've got the classic black box. The code runs, it spits out a completely wrong answer, and we are totally clueless as to why. We're flying blind. But then, look at the right. We've turned it into a glass box. We've installed our little print windows in all the key spots, so now we can see exactly what's going on step by step. And there it is, the power of our flashlight, in one single line. The discount amount is 2,000? For an item that only costs 100? No way. That's just impossible. And just like that, with one look, we know exactly where the bug is. It's in the line where that discount gets calculated. That's the aha moment that can save you hours of pulling your hair out. So here's the big takeaway. Getting really good at using this one simple tool fundamentally changes your entire relationship with writing code. It's a total mindset shift. Before, you are guessing, right? You'd write some code and just hope it worked. You were stuck with that black box. But now, you're verifying. You're like a detective. You can see what your code is doing at every single step. You've completely transformed that black box into a glass box. You've gone from hoping to knowing. So what do you need to start doing today? Let's boil it down to 4 simple habits. 1, always label your debug prints. 2, stick a print statement before and after any big important calculation. 3, print out the exact thing you're checking, like the result of a comparison. And 4, this is a good one, when you think you're done, don't delete your debug prints. Just comment them out. Trust me, you might need them again later.
And that's really what this all comes down to, isn't it? With this one little tool, you've unlocked the power to have a real conversation with your computer. You're not just staring at the final destination anymore. Now you get to see the entire journey it took to get there.